Good morning, YouTube. Offgrid Cracker here. Going to show you this morning how we do our laundry at the homestead here. When you're off grid, you have to either do it resourcefully by either like washing by hand and then hanging it up, or a low power consumption washing machine, or however, a tub with soap in it. You can do it any different way you want. We found a way that we like. Everybody's going to be different, and you say, well, that's not off grid, you should be using a wash tub and hang it up. Well, everybody's different. We wanted our lifestyle to be similar to what we had when we lived in town and not have to do the daily struggles because whenever you live off grid, what people don't realize, especially ones that don't do it, they just prop up a stage and look like they're off grid, is you actually work to keep your homestead going. You have power consumption that you have to pay attention to. You have water consumption you have to pay attention to. How much water you're gaining, how easy are you getting access to water, how easy are you producing power, are you producing enough power? So there's always sustainable things that you're managing to make sure that you're going to have enough, basically, of anything. So you're your own power company, water company, laundry company, everything. So anyway, we wanted to be as close as normal as we could. So I'm going to show you what we use to, wash our laundry. We have to take a laundry source we take extension cord all the way back to our pump and a hose all the way back to our pump because I don't have a hose up here, but eventually I'll plumb one in. But it goes all the way back to our water tank rain catch facility on the back of the cabin. So when we plug in an outlet, the only outlet I put in outside, that's another flaw when we designed this cabinet, we didn't put a lot of outside outlets in. We figured we weren't going to have much consumption outside, so we focused our attention on the inside when we wired it in NEC. We should have probably planned that a little bit better, but we'll put another one in. It's not hard to drill through the wall and run some power wire through the wall and put an outlet in. But anyway, this is how we do our laundry. I'm gonna get right to it, and I hope you enjoyed the video. All right, YouTube, Offgrid Cracker back here, and I want to show you, we got our laundry here, we got our soap here, and we have our little washing machine. Now this is the XP B50-RS5. It's a Rove Sun. They make different brands. You can pick one up on Amazon. It weighs about 16 pounds. It's really, really light. Of course, I've got water in it right now. Holds probably about a 5-gallon bucket's what we figured to do a large load. It's not the, that it won't do a ton of clothes, but for what we do, it'll keep up with your laundry if you spend one day a week doing laundry. So what we do is we do like 5 shirts and 2 pairs of shorts, or 2 pairs of jeans and 2 shirts or 3 shirts. Towels, it's a little cumbersome. Usually you can do about 2 or 3 towels. Depends on if they're hand towels or large, large bath towels, beach towels. But anyway, here's inside. As you can see, I've already put water in it. I've already cleaned my little lint filter right here, and it goes all the way down in there. But I've got a pair of shorts and a shirt hanging in there, and that's the first 2 items I've put in there. But we're gonna start adding more items, and we're gonna get this thing fired up, and we're gonna see what it does and how good it does a good job it does. So there's another pair of shorts, another shirt. Let's grab another pair of shorts and put on there. Some socks. Why not put some socks in there? You gotta have socks in your laundry. Anyway, another pair of stretchy pants they like to wear. Anyway, that should be good. You want to push it down. In this machine, we figured that if you push it down, you got about 4 or 5 inches of water above it. It actually won't tangle them up in the agitator at the bottom. It has a little agitator, and it spins, and it likes to kind of knot the clothes if you have not enough water. So we try to make sure we have plenty of water. So we run it basically on high just about every time. And you can see back here on the back, it has a high, and then right here it has medium. I don't know if you can see that or not, and then low. We try to run it just below high or right at high when we do laundry. It looks like we can probably have another garment in there, so I might add another pair of shorts. So that's about 7, 8 items in there with some socks. That should be enough. Time to add our soap, and we'll get the washing. So I'll come back on here when I turn it on so I can show you what it does. But in the meantime, when I shut this and add soap, I turn the timer to 15 minutes. And when it's done, I do a rinse and put it into the spin rinse cycle. So this thing spins, dries it, does a marvelous job. And it really does get the clothes I think cleaner than a bigger washing machine, to be honest with you. And then of course, I don't know if you can see it way out there, we hang them up on our clothesline, which is not the ideal spot in our little entertainment area with our gazebo and our pizza oven, but right now that's where we've got it. So we'll move it here soon. But anyway, we got 2 different laundry lines, but that one seems to catch the sun the best lately, so that's why we use it there. But anyway, let's get this thing started, and we'll see how dirty the water's getting from the clean water you've seen to when it starts agitating these clothes. It does a good job. Be right back. All right, you can see this thing agitates the clothes pretty well, and you can see the gray water coming from the clothes as we run it on this little washing machine. The timer's almost up, so we're about 1.5 minutes left, and once it gets done, of course, we'll drain the water out. We'll turn this knob to drain. We'll drain the water out. We'll clean the lint trap. I'll fill this back up with water, run it on another 15-minute cycle just to rinse the clothes real well. If you don't want to do that, you can put them straight into the spin chamber. Usually you can put like 2 to 3 garments in this at a time. You can't put the full load. Remember, this is a bigger side than this, but you put 2, but it does extremely good job. You can put 2 or 3 garments in here. It'll spin really, really fast and centrifugally. It'll dry the clothes out to a semi-wet, damp feel. And then when you take them out here, I usually put them in a laundry basket, add the other clothes, get them all done, put them in a basket, and then go hang them up. My drain line right there, I got it hooked up. I feed our beans the phosphate water because it's gray water. There's nothing wrong with it. And it's really good for beans and other stuff that you might want to grow. So I feed that back into our plants. It's got phosphates in it, so it's like a natural fertilizer, and we're already dumping it out or putting it in your septic or whatever you're doing. So you're going to be doing something with it anyway. You might as well be recycling it and using it for what we need. But anyway, that's the agitator. Moving the clothes around does a really good job, as you can see, spinning the clothes around. The water's nice and gray from the soap, so we'll run a rinse cycle through this, and I'll show you how we spin dry it, and we'll sign off. See you in the next little bit. Hello YouTube, back to the wash machine here. Wanted to show you, we're taking it from the wash cycle to the dry cycle, actually spin dry cycle. It's not a dryer. So what we're going to do is we're taking garments, which you've seen I've already placed in here, and then you make sure they're evenly dispersed so it spins correctly. Put this guard on top to mash them down to give it centrifugal force when it pushes the water out. You close this, close the machine, and turn it on 5 minutes, and as you can see, it's starting to spin. You hear it. And after 5 minutes, they're just about dry. They need very minimal hanging up, but you have to hang them up, of course. And as you can see, I only did 2 or 3 garments at a time. We had like 8 garments in here. I did 3. I'll do 4 in the next one, or 4 and 4, just to make sure that they fit in there and they get nice and dry. I just got the hose sitting in here because I rinse them a little bit after the final rinse. So I ran it in a wash stage, I ran it in a rinse stage, and then I rinse them before I put them into the spin dry. That's just how I do it. You can do it however you want to do it. This little machine has been a great asset to our little off-grid cabin. It uses about 250 watts, before anyone asked. It does use 250 watts to run this thing an hour, which is not that bad, but it does take, it's about an hour to do 2 loads of laundry, because it's 15 minutes, and then the little 5-minute spin dry. So a little over an hour, but 250 watts to 350, depending on, you know, if it surges or if you're running a high wash on the high cycle on that side, it will pull up to 350 watts. But to us, that's one 300-watt solar panel. So we think this is a bargain for having to not have to do it by hand. But anyway, the machine weighs, like I said, 16 pounds. It comes up to about your waist. As you can see, it's not very tall. It's been a luxury item to have here at the Offgrid cabin. It does an amazing job. I think it cleans better than our other washing machine that was at home. And we really enjoy it. So I wanted to do a video on this and show you our little, let's see, let's compare the height here. That's our thing. So it's not very tall, probably about 32 inches. But it does a great job. I want to share with you how we do laundry here at the Offgrid Cracker cabin. So anyway, have a great day. If you like the video, thumbs up. Please subscribe, hit that little bell, get our future videos as they come out. And you know, until next time, if you want to support us on Patreon, we're glad to accept anything. We appreciate the YouTube community, and we look forward to building our channel and sharing all our videos with you on what we do here. Sustainable life is not easy, but it's a quality of life that's the benefit. Until next time, Offgrid Cracker. Have a good day.